Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with day 6 of the lockdown lifts over at Scrap Squad. And this is the layout that I'll be lifting. I love this. It's just kind of the perfect boy layout. And what I'm going to do on this video is I'll satisfy the requirements of the lift, put in everything that that I feel gets me true to the lift, and then off camera, but in a time-lapse quickie video, I'll add the Calvinball points, and I'll show you after I get it done, I'll show you what I'm likely to use, because I really don't know. I have a tray of things here, some sticker sheets, some enamel dots, and puffy stickers, and things that I know will get me points. Kind of here, I've got some Jungle Safari by Echo Park, some Under the Sea by Echo Park, and some Simple Stories Little Dude sticker sheets, as well as some Cocoa Vanilla Boys Rule, and some My Mind's Eye Wander. There's sunglasses and arrows and compasses and a globe. This is a Heidi Swap planner set of chipboards, and there's a chipboard envelope here, and I get a point for an envelope. This is the Wander by My Mind's Eye, an Amy Tangerine sticker sheet that has a pretty globe, and it also has, I tore out a sheet here that has a little watercolor, set of watercolors, and a little paper clip there, and there are pencils and erasers and pencil sharpeners and pens and paintbrushes, school supplies, in other words. And I don't know if I have school supplies anywhere else in my little collection here, so that's something to draw on. I have a date stamp, and I have some other stamps. I've got this little set of stamps, and I thought this stamp with the flowers and the leaves might be nice to do, just kind of, if I stamp in black ink on this dark blue background, it won't show a whole lot, so it won't flower up my boy layout. So I'm going to put that there, bring my little stamping block there, and I'll bring over some pop dots. Okay, let's get started. The way that I'm going to start is with the circle. I've got some, these are the 3 photos. They're 3 edits of the same photo. The original photo was not a very good photo. I converted it to black and white for this. This is a picture of Barrett looking at my ankle in a cast in 2009, and we had planned a big trip to spring training to see the Astros in Kissimmee, and then we were going to go to Universal Studios, and so I can imagine that he's looking at this saying, are we going to go on our trip? Then there's our cat Scout that's kind of comforting me, because he knew I wasn't feeling well. So we ended up, just as an update, we ended up, his dad took him to spring training because we already had the tickets, and we were able to change our reservations for Universal Studios for later in the summer. And I still wasn't completely, the cast was off. I was in a boot, I think, and I had to take the little riding thing around. When I got tired, I'd start out the day walking, and then we'd pick up one of those and rent it. And we had a wonderful time, so it was a great trip. Okay, let me put this here and take these pieces of paper. I've got some papers here that let me kind of tell you what papers I'm using. This sheet of blue cardstock is a textured cardstock on one side and plain on the other. I have no idea Well, I do too. I think I cut a strip off and I was going to use it the other day. It is Basil and it's North Sea. That's the name of that. And I think I bought a pack of 25 sheets because I absolutely love this color. And it's kind of funny that it's the same color as the painter's tape that I used to mark the area that I think will show on camera. Let me stand up and check and make sure. Yep, it is showing on camera. So I may have it right today. Okay, and looking at the original, there's this kind of doodled, doodled circles, and I'm going to start out defining my circle with this. I cut out some circles yesterday for a different layout, and I'm going to use this paper that I cut it out of as my kind of a stencil. So I'm gonna kind of go around here, but I don't want the circles to be perfect. I just kind of want to know, I want to get the basic circle shape down there, and then I can go crazy. And I get the Calvinball point for having used a stencil by doing that. Now I'm going to make some more doodled circles around, and there it went off the page, and that's perfectly fine. So that's good. And I have another piece of paper here. This is one of the papers I'm going to use that has I punched a button out of this, and that, and I think there's one maybe over in here, but in any case I can do that, kind of go there. Okay, so those are done. Now I can start layering up the papers. And in the original, it looks to me like the papers are distressed, and I like that look. So I'm going to take my my scissors and distress the edges of these, and I'll distress them a little bit unevenly. I have to remember that you can't see it if I'm not holding it over in between these blue tape lines. And of course I'll have to get rid of the little crumbs, or I could leave them on as part of the. Okay, so I think that's the one that goes in the back. I've got this kind of, this is the other side of that paper, and that is Echo Park Happy Camper. I love that line, and I hate to be kind of getting to the end of what I have of that. There's a rule in Calvinball that is something to do with camping or anything. So there's one of the papers in there that just has a whole bunch of small, just really easily fussy cuttable camping scenes, and it's just adorable. I also have discovered, when I was looking for camping or vacation related supplies, I found I'm gonna maybe stick this guy out here, and then maybe layer in here. I have a piece of map paper, and it kind of could go there, and this may come out a bit. And the reason I'm having a little bit more going on in here is that I want to have plenty of platforms for the future Calvinball embellishments that are going to go on here. Let me make sure I get that right. That's good. This is good. I've put lots of layers of matting behind the photos, so they'll be elevated enough without having to use foam here. I really want to distress this paper, and I'm actually going to tear an edge of it. I really didn't need to distress it because it's going to tuck under. Let me... I forget where this matte paper came from. Let me kind of do this. Okay, and that will go kind of tucked under here, and I'll have this journal card. I get a point for using a Project Life card, so I'll let it come out, and I'm gonna maybe move it down here. There we go. I can have it come out there. I may have cut it too small, but I think I can make it work. There. I've covered up this little circle that I drew, but I can always draw more. Okay, there was something else that I thought I might... Oh, I have a frame, and I'd like to use part of it. It's kind of a grayish blue that will kind of contrast against this orange. It's not from a collection that I've used to this point, and my photo may not let much of this show, but I'll know it's here, and that's all that really matters. Okay, there we go. Now, the one I want on the side here, and my circle doesn't extend far enough out here for the photo to show. It really needs to be out there. So let me kind of do this, and maybe do another one down to here. Okay, and it kind of makes it a flat pumpkin looking circle, which I don't necessarily care for, so we'll kind of do some lines out like this, and that's okay. All right, now I'm gonna kind of stick this right here, and the others will go like this. Yeah, I like that. And that's already got adhesive. I'll center that kind of right under those. Don't need to center it at all. That's fine. And I think that frame is going to show after all. Let's see, they've got the photos pretty close together. So I'll do that. And then this one, I've got these backed by several sheets of this really thick textured card that I picked up on the freebie table of a retreat I went to. And I had never used it, but I thought it might be nice here just to kind of add some greens, if you will. Now, the other thing there is this little cluster with two tags, and one of them looks like it's a journaling tag, and it looks like you can peel this one up to see that journaling. My tag, this one couldn't possibly have some journaling on it. And I'm gonna lay it flat, put the other on some foam adhesive. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have this right up here, and I'll have foam adhesive behind it so that you can lift it up. It won't be stuck down at the bottom part. But let me get this cut. It needs to be like that. That's good. Okay, so I'll put that on there. I won't do any journaling in this video because I haven't decided how to succinctly tell that story about almost missing our big trip that we'd planned with Barrett. Maybe too close. I don't want it so far over that you see that that's only half a tag. It's all I had left there. Now, I have a button that I thought could go right here to hide the fact that that tag doesn't go to the end. And so that's what I'm doing now. Just kind of putting that there. And I've got another tag or another button that I thought could also go there. And this one doesn't have any threading through it. So I want to put it off so it, okay. And then I can put a star or something over there. There are lots of arrows and stars on here, and I certainly plan to have some of those. Let's see, where is, okay, let me do this. I'm going to put this guy right here. That's the envelope, and it has a gold foil star, so that's a couple points. There's room for this ticket right here, and I'll kind of put it at an angle. And that has a star, so if I didn't put any other stars. Now let me use this kind of over here. Maybe just, now usually chipboard comes right up, but of course this one doesn't. If I can slip this, I'm hoping you're seeing that. Okay, that is a piece of acetate. And I've kind of fussy cut it so it doesn't have hard edges, and I can put some stickers around in there. I think I have a little glittery heart sticker that I'm not seeing there. I might try to scooch this under here. Yeah, I can put some adhesive on that. And that kind of gives me another circle to kind of reinforce the circle-y thing we have going on. And I have a little bit of a campfire piece of ephemera die cut here. I will put it right here because the colors kind of go well with what we have going on there. Let me do this little, I'm not going to fully embellish it, but I will put enough on so that you can kind of see the direction it's heading. I want to put enough on so that it holds to the design of the original. I want to do a banner maybe kind of right out here, and I'm trying to see what appeals to me from this selection. I've got wood grain paper behind the photo, so I don't need that. I like this blue, and I like this black and white. So I'm picking these by color and gonna kind of put them in there, and I'll stick a little pop dot underneath to kind of hold it up. There we go. Okay, now I have a couple of white enamel dots that will show up beautifully on this blue. Put one there, and I will put one here. And I have some stars. I'm going to need to find some stars that I like better than the ones I've found so far. There is a snowman and snowflake requirement. I'm going to try to sneak these in very subtly. Okay, that's the snowflake. Here's my half a snowman, and I'm gonna put him maybe kind of right there. Is that? I'll put him up so his arm crosses that bridge. Okay, just kind of barely showing. I've got a coffee cup that adds the color pink, and I'm going to hide it pretty well too. There may be some other things that'll layer over or around that. I've got a book that I'm going to slide in here because Barrett did have books that he took with us on that trip, and this photo isn't about the trip, it's just kind of a preamble to the trip. I've got plaid cardstock tab here, and I'm going to put that there. And I've got a pink tab, but I've already added the color pink, so I don't really need to use that. I've got some feathers and a crown. Let me, some glue. The little crown could go on this busy plaid and you wouldn't notice it. Kind of go there. And that has a silver foil on it. This is a feather with music notes, and I'm kind of bothered by the fact that this this doesn't lift up, and I don't want to stretch it too much. Let's see, I've got a black and white striped. I'm going to put this one on a couple pop dots. Let me cover my glue and put it upside down there. Let's see. I'm cutting this out of the B side of the, one of my favorite popsicles and pandas papers by Bella Boulevard. Okay, that'll go there, and I'll find something to go here, possibly a pineapple. I think I'm getting too much into the adding of Calvinball points, but I wanted to give you an idea of kind of where I might be clustering those points. I'm hoping this one doesn't look as busy as some of the others have. I'll put this little nautical and wood green bit. Let's see, maybe this should go here, and I'll put a pop dot here. Kind of prop it up over the envelope. And since this is something of a black and white corner, this little panda bear might fit right there. That would get covered. I don't want to cut anything off of him, but and I've explained this before, and I'm sure no one's buying it, but I feel better about putting nonsensical kinds of elements like dinosaurs and panda bears and pineapples and snowmen on pages about kids. So that's kind of where I am here. Let me see if I can connect that line. Let me add a little bit of Anne Freeman style doodling there. Makes the doodling look stitched on almost. And a little bit here. And I thought I might do another one of these here. And of course I've made it so that it looks nothing like a circle. But if I go around with it, and I can embellish that as I see fit. So I'm going to add a little washi tape down here in this corner. It will add the butterfly element to the page. It's not going to have much impact on the layout, but it kind of adds a little bit of color, and it's another platform for tiny things. I have a really tiny little frog that I punched out, and I'm going to have the frog kind of coming up this way. I have a couple things yet to die cut. Actually, I think there might be a turtle in the set. But I'm going to stop here. I'm going to say that this is my lift of the original layout. I don't have a title there. Let's see. I had in one of my sticker sheets, I had a title that I really liked. Oh, okay. Well, I could use the same title as the original. I could use the word play, and the colors would maybe work, but I have a lot of oranges and things like that. I think I'm going to go with the black and white, either dude or a little man. And the dude doesn't have any white background there, but I could fix that. Let me first of all grab this arrow, and we've got a spot for an arrow there. I'll add a pop dot, and I've got another, well, I've got another arrow similar to a little bit wider that could go maybe up in here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this come out more. And I'll have the arrow coming out this way, maybe over top of that. Okay, that'll work. I didn't stick those down all the way. So let me, I think I'm going to go with little man. I could doodle in white on that, the word dude, and that would work. And I may do that and use it on this page, but maybe not. Okay, that's not, it's not working out really well. So little, and I think that really stands out with that white border there. I love that. I think that was a good choice. These days, he's a much bigger dude. 15 going on 16 pretty soon. So little man, that works out. Great. Okay, what else do I need to have? There's a camera here, and I'm going to have a camera. There's a camera in one of these sets. Okay, this one. I'll kind of slot the camera in here by the fire. Is that right? Let's see. I'm going to push this back up. Is there a better spot for the camera? It seems like I could use something right in here, or even right here. I like it here though, but I don't want to lose all of the works of it. So I'm going to remove the pineapple and slot the camera in right there, but kind of push it over so you can still see that that is a book. And I don't want the book to move, so I must need some glue on it instead of double-sided tape. Okay, that should work, and then I can add something here, maybe a little pair of sunglasses. How about that? I'll do that, some glasses over, because he did love to wear sunglasses when we were there. Okay, I'm gonna call this done. I've used every possible non-matching collection in my stash, and before this is over, there will be all the colors, so it won't look like anything doesn't match. It will look like everything was meant to be in a big color jumble. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna put this last little chipboard puppy dog over here by the cars and let him kind of prop this tag up, and you can, when you lift the tag, you'll see the number one, that this tag is cut off, and you'll also see the journaling, and you'll see the puppy dog. Okay, so that's done. Again, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and when I post it in the on the Facebook page, I will have a few more things on it, and I'll have a little video of adding those things. So thanks again. See you tomorrow. Bye. Let me get my little remote. See, isn't this cute? Hopefully that'll turn it off. I didn't hear it blink, so I'm gonna check, and it